This is your boy QD from the Rebirth DFW. Check out my segment, The Community Corner, on TMIRadio.com on
Black Like That.
Heavenly Father, we're grateful for everything that you do. And God, on this evening, we pray, Heavenly Father, that you allow peaceful minds and hearts to resonate in your people. But God, we also ask, Father, the same thing that we ask every week. Allow us to be effective and bring the masses to you. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen.
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 What up, world? Welcome to the S.I.C radio show where the words that we spit,
We're making the devil sick.
I am the bear.
This is MJZZZZZ.
This is that admirable, handsome, clean cut, dapper,
Oh, Lord.
elegant, fair, fashionable, PCJ.
I mean, that was like 30 minutes of your intro.
Everybody, this is Lady G.
All to the ready.
See there? See there? See there?
Yeah, it was late.
I took all of the fire out of her fireplace.
Negative. It
Dirty.
don't take much.
Dirty. That's all I'm saying. We had 30 minutes for you and only like 5 seconds for Lady G. Anyway, it's about to go down here on the S.I.C radio show. You know what we are about to do tonight is about to be crazy. But before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, Tyro the Epic.
How can you know what to do and not do it? How can you vision a dream and not pursue it? Tantalizing a reach to be what you can do with. All that you've been given to the influence, the minds of the masses is planted in your hands, but you don't care to carry. You slacking. The accountability is what you lacking. You rather push it back and choose fashion. You choose all the things that will validate your status. Don't know about you, but to me, that seems backwards. Yeah. So think about it. Let's be rational. Do you rather be forgotten or admirable? What you see in your gift can be magical. The prayers coming from your heart can only take you lateral. But you gotta see yourself to be valuable and choose to be used and stylable. You see, not trying to preach to you, just trying to reach to you. Reverberate yourself and let your life speak to you. When you do, it'll add so much peace to you. And you will never fall for things that's bleak to you. I'm talking to you from a place I really know. A place I've embraced deep inside I didn't know. So if you open up your heart and let it flow, this place that I speak to you will satisfy your soul.
Oh, that was nice.
Yo.
That was epic right there.
Yo.
Epic.
Yo. Say, man, this is what we do here on the S.I.C radio show. You know, the flow that is on the show is always on point.
But I bet you this, the devil's real sick from what he just heard.
Yeah,
that was off the
bet
chain.
he is. I bet he is. I bet he mad for sure. Real talk. Bro, Tyro the Epic. Man, well, let's get into it, bro. Where did that piece come from, man?
Oh man, it was just, sometimes in life, you know, we do things and really don't know the reason why we do them. Mm-hmm. And we look to material things and things to satisfy us, and it really doesn't satisfy us. Just speaking from a musical standpoint, a lot of music that we hear is so bleak, and it's no meaning. It has no meaning, and it has no feel. It has no impact. So it's basically like it's me pretty much speaking at a point of time where when I was doing music, I wasn't doing it for the Lord. So I was basically speaking to myself in the song.
Wow.
And talking to myself. How can you know what to do and not do it? How can you vision a dream and not pursue it? Tantalizing the reach to be what you can do with. And basically, is the Lord talking to me, what is your satisfaction in doing for yourself? So it was just one of those type of songs.
What is the satisfaction of doing it for yourself?
Right, I know. Hey, man. Listen, in the studio today, we have Tyro the Epic. Awesome Christian hip-hop artist here in the DFW area. But trust me, this dude is bananas. His flow is sick. And already, you know that's what we got to bring on the show. The sickest, the sickest form of the spoken word that you ever heard. That's what you're gonna hear on this show. We always ask a question, like whenever a poet comes in, we always ask this question, and believe it or not, whether folks want to know it or not, poetry, is in everything, man. You can find it in just about everything. So, of course, in music you find poetry, but we always ask this question, and the question is framed like this: where were you when poetry found you?
I was in a dark place. Shortly after I graduated high school, I automatically was exposed to a world that I wasn't, I had never seen before.
Right.
And I just started looking around at all of these different things, also participating in them, trying to find a purpose. But even in all of that, I was feeling so much pain. And I just found myself at work, at school, when I was going to school. Anytime I could just sit down, I would just write. And it would be nothing but pain. It would be nothing but bitterness, hatred, all of those things. And honestly, when I really think about it, because that question has never been asked to me, but when I think about it now, like, that was like the only way I could really let go of how I really felt on the inside.
Right.
Because I had no other way of releasing that. And so, yeah, it found me. It found me in the midst of just all of my hurt and my pain, and just not understanding what life was about at that time.
That's bananas, man.
Now, I want to say, officially, the Sick Radio Show discovered him, this guy, at the Christian Lounge. just want to say that. We played his music, and then ever since then, every time we had something come up, we said, "Hey, are you available?" And every time, he's available.
Man, yeah. Say that again, bro.
He's available.
Dude, this soldier is been on the battlefield, man. I mean, everywhere that he possibly can to get that word that God has in him out of him, and it's crazy though. I like also what you had said earlier in the first question, man. It's crazy because before I came in tonight, I was listening to Milk music on my phone and whatnot, and it was just crazy to me how many songs I had to unlike or request never to play again, because it was like attacking like God and religion and prayer and all this other stuff. I'm like, dang, where do we get to a point to where like that was in music? And it's refreshing to hear somebody who's in that field, man, in that business, that just has that heart and that mindset, like, yo, if I'm gonna do this, if God has blessed me to do this, then I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna do it for Him. And it's just cool, man, to see like your heart behind it all. Cause I don't know if anybody is well, I can't say that. I know plenty of cats and seen this dude do his thing. And they can testify that bro is all over everywhere whenever he's spitting. Whenever you out there, man, it's like your energy is 120.
Right.
So it's just cool to see.
Now, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's necessary. It's necessary. When I first started doing music, I actually first started doing it for the Lord.
Wow.
But at that time, I wasn't confident in who He created me to be.
Okay.
So I was actually looking to other people for validation of the gift God had given me. And what happened was, when I finally started getting certain recognition of, oh man, you're really good, that started building my confidence. So I started getting into myself. And I started, people saying this and they saying that, so I'm just for to start, and I went on this whole phase of just doing things myself, and it crashed that fast, just like that. And I had to, I was in a place where I wasn't supposed to be, and God shut everything down. And He was just like, okay, are you going to do it for me, or are you going to do it for yourself?
Right.
And so He said, you tell my story. Don't stop doing telling your own story. Tell my story. Tell the people what you have done. And I think if we could do that as artists, I think it would change the world.
Okay. And the whole time you talking, I'm thinking about where you was at one point. You said you started with God, and then you got full of yourself.
Right.
So that might be like the prodigal son. Like you had a place where you had everything, and you got full of yourself. Now you over here eating with the hogs. Now you back with the Lord, and now you just going to a whole nother level.
Yes.
So let me ask you this question. So for the artists out there, what testimony you want to give them to motivate them to keep going, keep striving, keep pushing in the midst in their gift dealing with the world?
To other Christian artists,
Yes.
Continue to keep telling your story. You know, tell your story. I think that's why sometimes and I've heard, like, you know, because I just started getting to Christian music, but the Christian music that I heard before, it was a lot kind of preachy, would I say? And I just think we have to tell our story. Tell our story. Tell what God has done for you, and tell how you feel on an everyday basis. You know, what you go through every single day. And to all of the Christian artists, I just hope that we continue to first stay in communication with the Lord, know what He wants us to do, what He wants us to say, and just continue to be obedient to you know, the walk that He has for us. And, you know, stay focused on what God is doing in your life and what He needs you to do, and not get caught up in, you know, not get caught in the pace of the world. Focus on your own lane and your own path.
That's what's up, Chief. I say, man, you know, we got to do it for all our fans out there that's listening, you know, all across the world. You know where we are. We're on TMIradio.com, local, national. Local, national, global. There we go.
You were doing so good,
So
too.
good, right?
And I was like,
Man,
hey, what?
like, I hit maybe like good 5, 6, 7 shows,
Oh,
This is not make up your word. Oh, my bad. Go ahead and say it, PCJ.
yeah, today is not make up your own word day.
Apparently it is, you know. Golly. Anyway, man.
Got a
you
suit and everything looking sharp.
see,
Man, you know, he got his 3-piece on. He don't know how to act today.
really,
I
that's what's up.
heard someone say that you're cleaner than an ambulance seat.
Wow, really? That's what we got going on the show today. That's what's up. That's cool. That's
But
all
you
right.
clean, you clean.
Hey. This is regular stuff. I'm cool. I'm all right.
It's Tuesday, I know.
You know what?
It's just Tuesday. You gotta look fly on Tuesday.
I ain't playing with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Oh, Look Fly Tuesday. Yeah. That's what we got in here. Look Fly Tuesday.
So we're going to keep going with
That's
this, right?
today.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Mark
what
that
it
on
is.
your
He
calendar.
keeps saying that's the day.
Every
He
Tuesday
know.
from this point on is Look Fly Tuesday.
It is
I
stamped.
got you.
Matter of fact, I'm
Because
taking-
the bear said so.
Yeah.
matter of fact, it's going to be on the S.I.C Radio show, TMI page as we speak.
Really?
Goings down.
Gonna keep going. Gonna keep going.
We're going to stop.
Like I was saying, Tyro the Epic, man. How can they get in contact with you to get you out to whatever different event that they got? I mean, I already know that you're a warrior, you're a soldier who answer the call, bro. Whenever it's put out there, man, you come running. But, you know, how can they get in contact with you to get you to come out and you know, fight this spiritual battle with them?
Yes, sir. You can email me. My email is faithoverfear, PROD.
Man, say that again, bro.
faithoverfear, PROD at yahoo.com, or Tyro the Epic at gmail.com, or my Facebook page, facebook.com/Tyro the Epic 1, twitter.com /Tyro the Epic, youtube.com /faithoverfear, PROD. I have a SoundCloud. I think you can message on SoundCloud. So soundcloud.com /Tyro the Epic. So, yeah.
Yo.
Doing it, man.
Bro, I was gonna
Well
say,
prepared.
that's what I was gonna say. Bro, don't, it ain't just no one regular way that you catch me. He's like, look, I got 7. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
There's no reason why you can't get in contact with this young man.
This man right here. You know what I'm saying? You got spiritual battles that's going on, and a great warrior sitting right here and say he ready.
But I want to say something to Tyro, man. God's really blessed you because out of nothing, people don't remember me saying about you is the fact that you are very, very humble.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some artists that's got real big headed. Even in Christian artists, they get real big headed because, hey, I can do this. I made like 5, 6 albums, but the fact that I can tell right now, you can have 6 albums and you still gonna be the same person.
Yes. And I say this all of the time because I do get that a lot. And the reason why is because the moment that I leave this table, I have to fight the enemy every single day.
Say that again.
The moment that I leave this table, the moment that I leave this room, the moment that I leave any type of venue or show or anything like that, I have to fight the devil. I'm fighting him every day in my mind, in my heart, in my spirit. And so it's no reason to be cocky. Why be cocky? You have to fight the enemy. Why would I exalt myself, first of all, knowing that, you know, I'm not the one that brought me here. Right. It was Jesus that brought me here and gave me the grace to be here. Not only that, I have to fight with the devil every single day. I have to fight with my own insecurities. I have to fight with my own struggles. So it's no reason to be arrogant or no reason to be acting like I'm more than what I am. Plus, I've been there before.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't want to do that no more.
Right.
It's not the way.
Actually, I was watching NFL. I was watching the Raiders and the the Chiefs.
The what? The who?
The Raiders.
Nah.
And the Raiders and the Chiefs last Thursday. And
Hold on.
hey,
How the bear get chopped? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not clean like you. I'm not clean like you. You know, hey.
Well,
But
right, Lady G, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Lady G got my back, man.
But what you just said reminded me of the game last week where the Raiders is 0-10, the worst record ever in the league. They went and sacked the Chiefs quarterback. They were too busy celebrating well in the opponent's side, celebrating. And quarterback's like, they're still celebrating, so they went and hurry up and called a play. And almost cost them the game because of the fact that YouTube is celebrating, but not realizing the game is still going on. So what you were saying, that's what I thought about.
Cause another thing too, I would like to add to that. Based off of that, you can be, if you're a loser and you've never been a winner, and you start winning or any little victory, it's easy for you to get real arrogant. And that what I was explaining, like, that's what happened to me. I was used to not being anyone or think I was a part of anything. When I finally started thinking that I was a part of something, oh, well, let me go ahead and celebrate and do my own thing. You know,
right. He had to show you real quick.
you know what? I have to be careful how I say this because I don't want anybody to take it wrong. But I pray for all of us to fail at some point.
Right.
Because it's in the darkness or the darkest point of your life where God gives you the greatest revelation you've ever seen in your life. And it's sometimes out of that darkness that ministry is birthed in order for us to get back to a place to where God has us to go. And so it's not necessarily us going into darkness. It's what we learn in the darkness that allows the light to come shining in. And so, with that being the case, man, it's just amazing to see so many people, and the ministry that they have. And then when you ask them that question, you know, where did this come from? And it comes back to, like what you said earlier, you know, you was in a dark place, and in that dark place, God shed some light on the condition of the situation. And all of a sudden, here comes, the emergence of this great and powerful weapon that God can use. Man, I don't care what it is. Whenever you have light, something will always break through. And here's the thing, you can pour concrete as much as you want to, but if ever there's a crack in your concrete, a plant, a piece of grass or something will find a way to live again. And it doesn't matter how the enemy tries to cover us up and leave us for dead. If he left a crack, water will find its way in, and the light of God will always cause us to grow through the crack. And so it doesn't matter. We've done, my dad and I, we've done a lot of concrete jobs, and I'd much rather do concrete than asphalt. because it's more stable, it's more secure. But if ever there's a crack, you got to go back out there, dig the whole thing back up again, and pour the concrete over. Because if you allow grass to sit in a crack, it will take over. And the crazy thing about it is that grass is so bendable, it's so fragile, but yet concrete can't stop it from growing. So no matter how we see one another, if we allow the light of God to continue to shine, then it doesn't matter what's trying to keep us down, because at some point it's going to crack and we're going to grow again. So I just wanted to commend you, like MJZ was doing, and say, man, thank you. And I want to say, thank you to a lot of the artists that come through Christian Lounge, because I haven't ran across too many that's at a place where they feel like they more than anybody else.
Right.
They're just willing to dig in and do whatever needs to be, it takes in order for ministry to go forth. And so if we all can do that, and you said stay in constant communication with God, and let me add something else to that. We need to stay in constant communication with each other. We need to be able to build one another and stop thinking that, okay, his gift is a little bit better than mine, so I'm going to act crazy and I don't want to book him on my event because I don't want people looking at me crazy. But if you got it, get it.
Right.
And I tell anybody, I'm not ashamed to say that other preachers preach better than me. I could care less. That's not my job to see who preached the best. My job is to make sure that I do what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
And so the more that we do that, man, the greater we'll be.
That's what's up. Well, listen, you already know what we're about to do. Because we got this awesome individual in the studio, and he got hot fire, we finna go one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyro the Epic.
Free from all the hurt I feel and free from all the pain. Free from all the tribulations and free from all the games. Free to make a change. My own, I have to. Try and live my life in peace, but hate just creeps inside you. People who despise you when you stand and speak truth. Most don't really listen because it's something they can't handle. Longer to dismantle my faith, and so I gamble. Trusting in the clouds above enough so I can scramble. To avoid the tackle, I'm tired of the hassle. Going back and forth and it's leaving me so baffled. Treat me like a mammal, but my heart is like a candle. Lit up to be flourished and then put up on the panel. No, I'm not a sample, authentic for example. Nothing like these other guys who tell you lies and scandals. So get the remote and change the channel, at least I give you me. I think I speak for everybody wanting to be free.
I'm upset. I'm very upset right now. Cause it was more to that. It was just more to that. And I wanted more. People, I know y'all like, that's it?
Right.
That's it? Can we have more?
That's right. That's right.
That was hot. That was
And
awesome.
you heard that where? On the Sick Radio Show here at TMIRadio.com, local, national, global. See, that's how you come back,
yeah.
bro. That's
He
how
got
you
it.
come back, bro.
He got
That's
it.
how you come back, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yes, fire, man. This dude is awesome. Tyro the Epic in the building. You know how we do. Now that we've had some awesome word that has been spoken by this awesome individual that has been in the building, we're about to move on to deal with this incredibly, well, yeah, it was fire. It was incredibly on fire subject today as we move further in this relationship series. The topic is flirting okay? And we have a special place where we deal with that. It's in that wonderful place that we call Real Talk.
Well, we have real people with real problems producing real results. What's up? This your boy. That's right. MJZ is back in the building. And today's subject is flirting okay? So I'm gonna ask the table. What's going on with that? Is flirting okay? and now, ladies and gentlemen that's listening, this is going to be a really, 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 really good show. So y'all need to chime in.
Hey, Lady G said it's okay.
No, I did not. Devil is a lie. No, it is not okay to flirt.
That's what she said.
So,
Is that what you
are we
said?
speaking-
I heard her
It's not
verbatim.
okay. No,
Was
it's
that a
not.
verbatim?
This is
I heard her verbatim.
Well, I
It
tell
is
you
not
what,
okay to flirt.
it's some people out there who want to chime in, so I'm gonna give them the number. The number is 972-891-8864. MJC, what's the number again?
You don't know.
MJC said,
Don't
The bell, you already know what it is. So why don't you give it to him again?
Like
972-891-8864. Let's go.
Really?
We all right. Take them shades off. You can comprehend.
Oh.
Hey, don't hate on them.
Matter of fact, that, you know, I was, not a Lady G that put it out there, you know what I'm saying? To the Sick Radio Show listeners who are out there in the world, just wanted you to know that it is 20,
He can't talk.
6:25, something like that. It is dark 30 outside is what it is. Dark 30. And right now, MJZ is sitting here with some polarized shades on. That's what I'm talking about. Too cool, boy.
Hey, when you got the anointing, it doesn't even matter what you have on.
Is that what that is?
Yes, that's what that is. I'm just saying.
Track.
It's not what I look like. It's what's come out my mouth.
So we all should
Say he got his Olympic sprinter shades on.
Hey. But hey, we don't have a lot of time, so
Oh yeah.
what's up with the topic? Is flirting okay? So, right now, Lady G, let us know, is flirting okay and why?
No, it's not okay. Especially if you're in a relationship or you're married. It is not. Because when you flirt, you're opening doors for other opportunities.
Who says it has to be an opportunity?
What are you flirting for? You're
I'm
trying to
just-
get the other person's attention for something.
Okay. Oh,
Round one.
Here we go.
Ding.
You know why? Because women do it naturally.
Women flirt naturally?
Absolutely. Y'all flirt naturally. The smile you claim that is innocent is flirting. Playing in your hair that you say is innocent is flirtatious.
No, it is
and then
not.
you put on the walk right before you get to the person that you really want to see the walk.
Hold on. And the walk is always on point because for some odd reason when the lady does that walk, the wind blows in a certain direction. And it's like, what? You have that slow motion effect, like,
Right.
What is the
really?
walk?
Like you watching slow motion cam or something. It's like, wait a minute.
First of all, when women play in their hair, it's for several reasons. It's not just flirtatious. Second of all, what is the walk?
No.
I'm confused on what the walk is.
No, you know, I am a master of playing of words. I am a master at it. She said when women play in their hair, it's not just for flirting.
It's not.
Which
Just 'cause you
means
say
that
no.
she agree that it is for flirting.
No. I said that because you put it out and because other women out there may agree on that. I don't agree that that's a form of flirting. So let's correct that.
Okay.
Thank you. So again, I say women playing in their hair is not a form of flirting. Not in my book, it's not.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm just gonna say, PCJ.
I'm still on the walk. I'm trying to get what the
no,
walk
Now
is.
you know the walk.
No,
The
I
walk.
don't know what the walk
Yeah,
is.
women
My
know the
walk
walk.
is natural. So
Let
let's
me
get
tell
that
you-
right.
The
Let me
walk
tell you
where you try to
Let me tell you
make
something.
your hip touch every wall in the building.
tell you something.
Like
Twitch
it
like
has
that.
to
No,
it has
no,
to touch
no.
every
What was that
pew in
movie?
the church.
What was that movie?
No.
It wasn't How Stella Got a Groove Back. What was the other one? The one that came before that.
Waiting to exhale?
Waiting to Exhale. That movie.
I know what you're talking about. She said you
Right.
I was just gonna say.
They walk with the expectation.
Old girl, that portion of that movie where old girl was trying to flirt with old boy and old boy was flirting back with
Okay.
him. She recognized.
But was she in a relationship?
No, she was
and was
not.
he in a relationship?
Heck.
Okay, so this is about people being in relationships.
You
and people
asked
being
about the
married.
walk. I
So
was
let's-
trying to point out what the
no.
walk was.
Do it when somebody is married or in a relationship.
Well, okay,
so
well,
give me an
let's
example
go.
of the walk.
Let's go there. I'm glad that you said that.
I clarified that
had
in the
an
beginning.
interesting day yesterday.
Uh-huh.
We polled or surveyed 50 women and 50 men that were either in a significant relationship or married. And I got interesting results
Okay.
from the survey. 75% of a particular gender said flirting is okay.
But did you specify in a relationship or marriage, or did you just leave it open?
No, I said if you're in a relationship, is flirting okay? 75% of a particular gender said yes,
And that's probably why they struggling in their
56%
relationships now.
said no. Now, here's the interest.
That's not 100.
Here's the interesting. No. I'm talking about. I'm finna break it down.
He's talking about gender specifics.
Right.
One gender, 75% said it's okay. The other gender, 56%.
Which 75%? What gender was that?
The
what gender was
75%
was men.
was women.
And
the 56% was men. So the men said no.
That is not okay to flirt.
The men said no, it's not okay. But the women who are in relationships, 75% said yes. Now, right. I'm just saying to go back to support what my boy said
Where you
earlier.
get these women at?
You know, hey, this is random folks.
No, these ain't no regular folks.
No, I didn't say regular. I said it was random. I just read, hey, you know, answer the question. And
right.
5% of the women said yes. So I thought it was interesting that there are more men.
Right.
Who are in relationships or married who believe that flirting is not okay. But there were more women.
And I told
Why
you.
you gotta say it like that?
For women, it just come natural.
Exactly.
It just come natural. Men have to work too hard at it.
Right. You know?
We have to speak. They don't have to say a word.
Hold on. Women got to wear certain clothes, right? Put makeup on, right?
To flirt?
Some of them don't even have to put the makeup on. They just they come to work and they see you coming by and they just start throwing their hair.
Right. Ain't nothing in your hair.
Ain't nothing in your hair. You just throwing hair just to be throwing
Y'all
hair.
feel that hair defines a woman?
No.
I mean, because y'all, that's y'all's main focus right now. You know, she throwing her hair, she's swinging her hair. That's not a form of flirting to me.
We ain't talked about the compliments when you got to lay your hand on his shoulder and drag it before you take it
we're
off.
not finna get on y'all in the
we're not
compliments,
talking
okay?
about how all these eyelashes get bad. Get.
Baby, you want to go there with some compliments because y'all get out of hand. Really?
Hey,
Ooh, let me go there.
Hey, we just telling folks. Really? Right, exactly.
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey,
Not
that is a violation of the Geneva Convention.
I'm finna prove it. Go ahead.
Violation of the Geneva Convention. All violators.
Article 6.
Right.
Section
will be
4.
Prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
So let me ask you this. So Tyrone, what you think? You think it's flirting okay?
If you're in a relationship, it is absolutely not okay. Absolutely.
Engineer, go.
It is absolutely.
He talking about go engineer something.
So let me pose this question to everybody. Why, for people that say it's okay, why do we flirt?
Lack of respect.
Ooh,
Lack of respect for who you're with. It to me, if my woman flirts with another man, she tells me that she doesn't respect me.
Or the relationship.
Or the relationship.
Exactly.
If we're committed in a marriage, or we're committed and a marriage is something that we're looking forward to, if you flirting with other men,
scoot your seat over here because we're gonna win this battle. Come on, right over here.
No, I just think that's how it's supposed to. It's supposed to be that way because you do open up doors, and that's on both men and women's side. Like you do open up doors. You can just say, "Well, let me just say something," and it's not harmful. But then what if the conversation continues and then you get interested and then telephone numbers get changed and email addresses get exchanged or whatever? But no, I just think it's a lack of respect for who you're with if you flirt.
Do you have to exchange emails to flirt though?
No, you don't. You don't have to.
You don't have to necessarily exchange the emails to flirt. You know, I'm just saying. You know, it happens so frequently. You know. And it's normally not our fault, you know. I'm just whatever.
No, I just think I mean, like you don't have to email to flirt, but flirting leading into exchanging telephone numbers, exchanging information to where it can carry on into places that it's not supposed to go. So
No. Get on. Hop. Go ahead. Get on the mic. Yeah.
what is it?
Yeah, what was he saying? What did you send your wife? What?
What if I send her out there to flirt?
Why would you send your wife out there to flirt?
Maybe I need to know this cat, and I want to make this money, and he's interested in my wife. So that could be a
You know what? Go back over there.
Do the teamwork. Do the teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work.
No.
Teamwork make the dream work. Teamwork don't make the dream work.
The thing.
Well,
You don't
I
play.
just
You
wanna
don't play
say
with
something
people's hearts like
with
that.
that.
You just,
If you trying to do a business, if you're trying to make some money, like you said, if you're trying to do a business with this particular guy, then you should be able to go to him man to man and talk business with him, instead of sending your wife to maybe opening up the door somehow. It'll probably benefit you more if because if that person is in a position to where if that person is in a position where they can put you in a position, take that courage, and go and talk to them. Present yourself, and that person will just like you, and y'all can do business with each other rather than having to, not go the protocol way.
So it'd be better if I see my homegirl or my wife.
Probably the home.
That gets done all the time.
Yeah, it does. It does. If you're
that's
sitting
why
there
you
listening
have
on the show trying to figure out what's going on,
relationships failing today. Yes, it is.
well,
You flirting, you're opening the door. So eventually one is going to get caught up. And you have problems in relationships because of it. So it's best not. I mean, if you want to flirt and keep your options open, don't enter into a relationship. I mean, it's just that simple. That's why I'm still like I am. 'Cause I ain't got time for the games. Flirting is giving somebody a compliment. You're curious about that person. You're wanting to know that person. You want to get closer to that person. So you flirt. You flirt to try to get their attention.
well, hold on, cause
It's a
I don't.
compliment.
No, because we can give you can give a compliment. I think men and women should be able to be adult enough to tell somebody that they look good, or tell somebody that they smell nice or whatnot, and be able to leave it at that.
Yeah,
the
but
problem
it depends
is
on how much you do it.
well. I think the problem is because I think a person can tell me that every day.
I don't want to hear that.
You know what I'm saying? No, I mean real talk.
It's how you say it. It's all in your tone.
Well, see, that's what I was gonna say.
It's all, yeah.
I can say that's what I was gonna say. It's when you know that there's something behind it, then there's an issue. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, as we stated, and restated, a couple times already, you have to be careful with it because it can open a door. It seriously can, and you have to be mindful. I personally believe that was the whole setup in the Garden of Eden. Not that Eve, didn't think that her husband was on point and everything else, but an opportunity was left open, for a conversation to last a little bit too long, and for the devil to end up spitting his true game and getting her to do something that she probably would not have done had she not entertained the convo.
Now, I have a question for the group. How would you feel if your significant other flirted with someone else in front of you?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying to get into it, but my bro said it sounded like he said snuffleupagus, but it's cool. It's all great.
You gonna call my boy out?
You know
Like
what I'm saying? Hey, it's all great. It's all great. It's out of love, man. It's out of love. How would you feel if your significant other did that in front of you? I can't. You can't lie. And anyone who who do, I don't know. It depends. Me, it might depend where my head at. Real talk. If I say that because if you're confident in yourself, it might not bother you as much. If you're not, you might fly off the hand off top. And I say off top because, some things, I mean, you real talk, you can't stop, especially if you have someone that's attractive, you can't stop everybody from talking to somebody that you got that's attractive. Off top, folks, you like her. That's the reason why, you married her or you pulled her.
No, so well.
You know
Can't
what I'm saying?
help it that I'm just a handsome fella.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like when my wife had to hear that, I understand, you know what I'm saying? I'm a good looking dude. This is how I roll. But anyway,
With the 3-piece.
Well, all right.
real talk though. No, real talk. but it's like when it continues, that's when it's a problem. You know, when you know that there's more than innocence that's behind the compliments, that's when it's a problem. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's really how we should respond. It should be okay for somebody to tell you that you look nice today or whatnot, and you know, and be all right. I think people have issues, you know, like seriously deep issues when they can't allow themselves to receive a compliment. You know, that is an innocent one, but when you know it's going beyond that, then that's when you should step up and say something, because that's, to me, that's the enemy trying to cause some unnecessary commotion in your life that don't need to be.
You know, in football, they say that they believe that holding happens on every play. There's a level of holding that happens on every play. Mm-hmm. And I dare not sit at this table and act like at some point or various points in our lives, like we have not engaged in a level of flirtatiousness. And rather be innocent or not, we've gone through a place to where we have had some kind of flirtatious acts, you know. I guess the question is, how far are you allowing it to go? How far are you taking it? And what's the intent behind it? Because at certain places, you know, we've been in the mall, you know, MJZ and myself, you know, some years ago, long time ago. We could dinosaur years, man. We could walk past a woman and say, "You are absolutely gorgeous," and keep walking. And a few seconds later, you can hear them trying to get our attention. Now, I didn't say that because I wanted your number. I just told you that you were good looking. I kept it moving. But because other people perceive things differently, then it's in the eye of the person. So I guess the levels of it, is a major question, because you could take, you know, hey, you look nice today as a form of flirtatiousness when that's really not even the case.
That's what's up. Yo. And with everything that's going on right now, we got a caller that's on the line. Caller, what you got for us?
Hi, how are you? This is KJ.
All right. So what question? Thank you for calling into the show. Thank you for calling in to chime in. What you got to say on the topic?
Well, I was given a call in. I was listening to you guys talk a little bit about flirting and if it's a problem. I think I agree with a lot of the things you guys have already said. But just wanted to mention, of course, if you're in a relationship, you want to be careful about flirting with other people. It definitely opens a door that some people are not ready to handle. And unfortunately, sometimes you are just complimenting a person, and sometimes people take that a little bit further. So I think it also comes down to trust with your partner. So you know that if they do just compliment somebody else on something nice they have on, they know how to shut it down if the other party takes it as something more.
Absolutely. Tell me your name one more time.
This is K-Joy.
All righty.
K-Joy, thank you so very much for calling in, chiming in. We appreciate the love that you're showing.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Now, I got so many directions to go with this. Is cheating wrong? Yes. Does everybody do it? Yes. The reason why I say that is because no. Is cheating wrong? Does everybody do it? No, hold on. Is cheating wrong? No. Is cheating? No. Is cheating wrong? Yes. I mean, is flirt wrong? Yes. Does everybody do it? Of course. The reason I'm saying is because now this is a Christian show, right? This is real talk.
Right. Real talk.
You in a relationship with Jesus, but yet you flirt with the devil.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you can master the physical if you cannot master the spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible. So you have a relationship with Jesus, right? But yet you flirt with the devil. You doing everything else opposite what Jesus is doing, but yet you're in a relationship with Jesus Christ. So there's no way you can master our physical realm of flirting if you cannot master the spiritual. Do you agree or disagree?
Why are you pointing at me?
I was gonna say it, but you know, I was gonna talk to my boy PCJ. Alley-oop.
I do believe The Apostle Paul put it absolutely correct when he makes a statement and says that everything that I should do, I don't do. And everything that God asked me to do, I don't do. I don't do what God has placed on my lap to do. He says, but one thing I can say is that every time I go to do good, evil is always present. And so in understanding that there's a civil war that is between us, between the flesh and the spirit, and one keeps warring with the other, trying to get the upper hand as it relates to who's in leadership of the body. And so with that being the case, every now and then the mind will play emotional games and put you in a place of an emotional roller coaster that puts you in position to make you feel like you really need that attention from somebody else. Holler at your boy one time. And so with that being the case, that puts you in that mindset to feel like you need the attention from somebody else. Now that tells me that in this game of civil war of life, that your flesh is now winning the battle. And so with that being the case, if that's the truth, then that means that now when we flip over to the spiritual side, our issue that we keep having is that even like the church of Laodicea and all those, is where God said that your lukewarmness is causing me to spew you. We do it all the time as it relates to our spirituality, and it comes down to Jesus Christ, because we try to hide the fact that we love him, because when people get in the car with us, we change the station from Heaven 97 to K104 because we really don't want them to know that we really listen to gospel. It comes down to church, and we go to a church that's popular. It's popping, because we really just want to fit in. We don't really want people to know that we love God, but we really want to go somewhere where we can just fit in and not necessarily be the person that's got to do anything. We can just go and have a membership there, pay our tithes and offering, wave our little hand at the preacher, and then walk out the back door, because the church is so large they don't really know if I'm there or not. And so we get to sneak in and sneak out the same way, with living the same exact lifestyle that we've always lived. And so with that being the case, we've got to get back to a point to where our seriousness is with Christ, that will allow us to be able to shun a whole lot of things that come our direction and stand firm in what God has called us to do and to be. And so with that being the case, it filters back over. There is no temptation known to man that God has not already made an exit sign or an escape for. So with that being the case, everything that you come in contact with, God has already made or designed a way for you to get out of the thing. You just have to be conscious enough to know where the exits are, because if you're not, then you'll be trapped in a room with an open door.
Real talk. That's it right there. Listen, we got somebody else on the line. We got another caller on the line. Caller, what's up?
What's going on?
Already. Caller, what's your name?
Big Ray.
All right, Big Ray.
Big Ray.
What you got to say on the topic? Is flirting okay?
Is what okay?
Is flirting okay?
Man, you gotta be careful when you play with fire. You play with too much, you might get burnt.
That right there is real. I'll let you rewind now. Say that one again.
I said you gotta be careful when you play with fire, because you play with it too much, you might get burnt.
Yes, sir.
The devil come to kill, steal, and destroy. He trying to sift you as wheat.
Yeah. Doc dropping knowledge. That's what I'm talking about, see. Appreciate you calling in, Big Ray.
What you has darkness and light. It's like oil and water. Don't mix.
Don't mix.
You choose today whom you should serve. As for me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord.
All to the ready. Big Ray, we appreciate you calling in, bro.
I was calling in, check it out. Listen, I always call in each week here a little bit. I like what y'all doing.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for showing the love, man.
We appreciate it.
Anytime.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. You know, there is a level of, I guess, righteousness. And I say that because everybody's going to measure their level of, flirtatiousness in a different standard, I guess. And with that being the case, you've got so many people, and this is what bothers me, is because as church folks, not Christian folks, but church folks, we act like we don't ever have issues. And we act like we can't be transparent enough to say, you know what? I have fallen a few times before. And this is what got me trapped up. This is what tripped me up. But this is how I got out of it. We overcome Satan by the word, by the blood of the Lamb and by the words of our testimony. And if we act like we've never done wrong before in our life, then I think we silence our testimony. So where is the overcome if there is no testimony? So at some point, we've got to be able to tell the truth. And I'm going to be honest with you, even in pastoring, even in being a preacher for almost 20 years, I haven't always just,
Right.
I haven't always just been there. And so with that being the case, I do understand and recognize the power of God because he has sustaining power. Because there's a whole lot of things that I could have fallen for or fallen into that God kept me out of, not because I was smart enough to get out of it, but because there was something on me to where God recognized it to the point to where he grabbed me before I allowed myself to get to that place. And so the history or my past comes into play to make us smarter now than we were back then. And so we've got to be able to recognize whatever attack that the enemy may be placing upon us, because the question is, in engaging in a lot of things, like Big Ray said, you play with fire, you get burned. And so the question is, what are we burning off?
Yeah, that's a question.
Are you willing to take that loss because of your flesh? And so what are you burning off?
That's a question. That's a real question. Right. Listen, we already having a crunk time here on the Sick Radio Show, and real quick, I had to throw that out there, and just so the round table can answer. We jump into this next break. A question was actually posed, probably a little bit jokingly, but I've had quite a few folks who've said the same thing. Is it okay? And talk about flirting. Is flirting okay? Is it okay, if I flirt with the waitress or whatnot, just coming to the table just so I might, get a little, couple, extra soda water or, something, added to the bill without being charged? Is it okay for me, to flirt with the gas pump attendant, to see if I might get this gallon of gas free? I mean, is it okay if I flirt, with the jewelry store sales to see if I can get a little
discount?
Yeah, are those things okay?
Now, I'm only speaking from experience. It's not okay because a while back years ago,
Dinosaur
years ago.
The world wasn't even really created back then, was it?
No, it was created, but
barely, just barely.
Yeah, I was a baby in that. Yeah. I was on a date, and on my first date, which was really odd, I saw this waitress. Now, all I said was, "Hello, how you doing? You look nice." She took it as I was flirting, and then before the night was over with, the waitress gave me her number and she gave me the receipt. And my date saw it and she was like, "Really?" I was like, all I said was hello. But she took it as, oh, he's flirting at me, and gave me the number with the happy face and the heart and everything. And I was like,
that almost sounds like a Cheddar's experience we had not too long ago.
Yeah. You talking about something? No,
that does not.
No.
Y'all just were looking for something to bring that up. No.
That just sounds like
that
a
is
Cheddar's
all
experience.
of you
Nothing to do
out
with there who are trying to figure out where did the Sick Radio Show come up with this topic. It is because when we went to a particular place, we're not going to throw no names out there, where we had a meeting to discuss business. The question in the topic was polled amongst us, and an individual, somebody, not going to give no names, Lady G, went over and asked a married couple.
They were not married.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. With no rings, they were not married.
It could have been.
No. They were in a relationship. I give that.
Listen, our boy had a plan. He was down, ducked down in his nice, gear. Had took the girl, the boo thing out for the evening. Was gonna have a great day. Yeah, baby, it's finna go down. Got the dinner ready. You probably had it set up at the house when they got back.
Had to spend a lot of time with you, so I just wanted to show you how much I love
put out his best duds is what he did.
Put on his cologne, his
right, his smell goods. You know what I'm saying? And Lady G.
That is the devil.
Lady
G walked over there
in her winter apparel.
Right. Walked over there with the slow motion walk, and the wind blowing, and the hair going.
The wind blowing in the restaurant.
Yeah, it was wind blowing. I mean, that's what
because it's Cheddar's, I got the fans going.
Right, big huge fans going. You know what I'm saying?
Don't believe this.
Listen, Lady G walked over there and asked, "Excuse me, sir." Messed the man head up already. "Excuse me, sir.
And before she can even get the question out, yes,
Right,
no,
right.
I don't know. What were you gonna ask me?
Y'all need to stop. You know what?
She asked the question, is flirting okay? And oh boy bust out. I mean, she could barely get out. It was like 2.3798 milliseconds. Like right after she asked the question. Oh, yes, it's okay. And his girl, who he had brought out on that evening, his girl looked at him. I mean, looked at him, and I mean, his whole demeanor changed. No.
His stance, his countenance, his character, everything changed.
You know, if you really, you really care about him.
What happened?
Tell it right.
Lady G serenaded him. The walk got him.
Mesmerized him.
Mesmerized him, and he was so. What's that word?
You know what?
When you just, I can't.
He's all discombobulated.
Yeah, right
I'm not even saying anything. I'm gonna get you out. That's all I'm gonna say.
5 minutes later, all I heard, now I can hear it. It was behind my head. I can hear it. What you mean? Flirt is okay. You gonna tell me flirting is not okay? Ain't nothing right. You know what? Let's go. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like, old boy had to take his girl back to the house. He probably,
he probably got her in the car. I don't necessarily know if he made it back home.
I think old boy still missing.
He did walk her to the car.
I think old boy still missing. I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened. Right now, there's a person that's missing. Listen, we having fun here.
No, we're not, cause y'all lying. That's not right.
Okay.
Not right.
Okay. Once again, did you not go over to the table?
Did you go to the table?
I went to the table.
Okay. Did he not at first say yes?
That's not the point.
No. Just answer the question.
You will not ask the questions how you want to ask the question. You will acknowledge the lie in what you're telling. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do.
All right, we're gonna go to break
acknowledge the lie.
Right. Hey, Lady
God,
G.
Lady
G actually was on point. She was on point.
Over here is, oh my God,
Lady G was actually on point. She did. She honestly came over there and gently, asked the question. Oh boy, she did have a walk.
No, I did not. My walk comes natural.
The wind was kind of blowing. The fans were going. I'm just saying the fans were going in. The fans were blowing.
They were. Cheddars, they always going.
Yeah,
no, they not. We didn't sit under the fans.
Yes, we did.
We did not sit in that area under the fans. Stop it. Just stop.
You're right. Lady G was on point. She did right. Old boy was the nut. He was. He messed. She
went over there playing in her hair too. Like I said, she.
Stop lying. Boy,
the government almost came out. That's what I'm talking about right there. That is what I'm talking about right there. Her mic is officially off. Violators of the Geneva Convention will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, we had a great time.
We got another caller.
Oh, we do. What? We got another caller? That's what I'm talking about. But we about to jump into this break. That's what we're about to do right now. And as we go into the break, you already know what's about to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Christians of all ages, Tyro the Epic.
My perspective on life has kind of changed. Matter of fact, kind of major change. Cause my thoughts have grown in and through the rain. Look at me. New man, new smile, and a different frame. I'm giving thanks to God. I have no reasons to complain. Cause all the good I could sustain, he had to take the burden off me. Trying to pay my way to heaven, never realized that it cost me my efforts, health, strength, trying to be perfect. But Jesus paid the price for me. He said that I was worth it. Never thought that no one loved me, but he proved to me he did. He took my place in stripes and then forgave me of my sins. Couldn't find a way to end, but he's on for me to win. The devil writing books and trying to use me for his pen, but it won't happen. Cause the ink he needs is in the hands of God. The story of my life is written in the book of God. It's pretty odd that he fight me, but he known. He started trying to use the pen to right me from my wrongs. In the battle I get weak, but in the war I am strong. Broken bones and scars and all, but still I make it home to the glory of his throne is the reason why I live. He gave me second chances and the third one was a gift to be a vessel full of live for his people. Cause this world could be evil. Living life could be turning the channels with different sequels. Dealing with self-afflictions, afflictions of other people, a citizen of the heaven. So this earth won't make me legal, but still. I know that I'm not perfect, but God just know I love you. I really try to do my best to put nothing above you. Surrounded by the lies and give my all to keep it true. I'm just hoping that your love will be the beauty of my view. This song from me to you, but all your people hear and listen. Cause you're the only reason to the why I pay attention. Just thought that I should mention you and worthy of this song. Cause when I'm dead and gone, your word will still be living on. Yes, I'm honored to belong as a child of the King. You gave me second chance and showed me things I never seen. Was stuck in between, you never let me feel a sting. From all the scorpions that tried to poison up my dreams. Put protectors on my dreams so no devil wouldn't steal the purpose of my life and then the glory of your will. When the devil try to make it hot, I find a way to chill. He wanted me to die, but instead I choose to live. Lord, give me strength to live today.
Yeah.
Dude, say Tyro the epic, man.
Tyro the epic.
Tyro the epic in the building.
Is epic.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Dude got straight hot fire. And listen, if y'all don't know, oh boy, the Tyro the epic is in here transforming. He goes from Tyrone to Tyro the epic. Every time we go ask him to spit, the glasses come off. You know what I'm saying? He go from Clark Kent to Superman. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's the type of, that's the type of power that this young man has, man. And it is awesome to have you in the building. Sharing what God has going through you, man. It's just bananas, to be here.
Happy to be here.
That's what's up. Listen, now we did mention earlier that Lady G asked a question. And because Lady G my girl, you know what I'm saying? That's my road dog. I ain't gonna leave her out there just like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause a waitress did come to the table, but couldn't answer the question because there was two other individuals that was at the table, MJZ and PCJ. You know what I'm saying? That would just sit there doing something. She was just discombobulated. Couldn't even answer what Lady G had asked. Oh, my bad. That one what happened? That one what happened?
No.
You know what?
Yeah, I got kind of like.
Hey, it's
trying to understand. I'm sitting here minding my own self business.
Hey, yo, you should have seen PCJ's face. That face, though.
We was perfect gentlemen.
Perfect gentleman.
The bear.
Huh?
On
The
other
bear.
hand,
What?
The national poet.
Over there spitting poetry at her.
No.
I gotta say.
There wasn't no
It's
pill.
not what
She come over there. He talking about, I am the champ.
No. That is not what
I'm not entertaining in these lies tonight. I'm just
Talking
not
about-
going to do it.
I taught Ali how to flow like a butterfly
And sting like
and sting like a bee.
First of all, y'all ain't gonna just quote my poetry wrong like that. Y'all ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we're having fun here at the show, but we about to move into this awesome portion of this show, this great next section of this show that we call What Bothers Me. I mean, you gotta say it with the face. You just got to.
You got it.
You gotta say it with the face.
You got it. What bothers me is actually the news, people. Ferguson. All this police brutality and black on black crime. It's like, what are we accomplishing? What are we accomplishing by tearing up the stores and fighting each other? Seriously.
It is, and we are talking about is Flirting Ok, but I wondered if that was going to come into the conversation on this evening, just that topic in of itself. I don't think it's a black man. Well, I'll say that more than most who have experienced some form of discrimination or harassment from police. Growing up, I know I have. Hot Wood and I chimed in. He has. I mean, plenty of us have dealt with that growing up, and I think even in this extremely tragic scenario on both sides, that has occurred in Ferguson. I would urge our brothers and sisters to remember how we got change brought about. I mean, real talk. Listen, you're rioting, you're looting, you're destroying stores in your community.
Exactly.
You are breaking up businesses in your community where now someone who was employed might not be able to have a job because you tore up something that was in your community. So you're adding to the unemployment that's in your community. And even above all of that, you know, it kills me because I know that there are honest people that are out there that are protesting who are genuinely upset and hurt by what has occurred, you know, and want to see about change, you know, regardless of the young man's history or whatnot that they try to bring up during the trial, regardless of that. Because even if that was the case, I can guarantee there was somebody down there that was innocent, that has been taken in that fact, you know. So change still needs to be brought about. But when we go to the extreme like that, we give them reasons to justify what they do. You know, let's go about making their ugly look exactly like that ugly. You know, you know, and when I say that, what I mean is, Martin Luther King Jr., you know, I had a conversation with an individual not too long ago, and talking about who was the person who really won the civil rights movement for us. Was it Malcolm X or was it Martin Luther King Jr.? And Malcolm X was dangerous. He was in his stance that he took by any means necessary, and also the stance that he came back, you know, you know, afterwards with you know, loving all men or whatnot. But whether you want to believe it or not, Martin Luther King Jr. was the dangerous dude, you know, in his nonviolence stance, because you can beat me, you can lock me up, you can call yourself trying to take away my rights, but these video cameras are here, and all they're saying is the wrong that you're doing, and not what I'm doing.
That's true.
You're looking ugly right now, and I can't deny you're ugly. You know, as long if I allow your ugly to be put on the platform, you know, it's undeniable. Then that show, and if you further allow this to continue, then it shows just how ugly you are. Yeah. You know, it shows how ugly you are.
And I think that we have lost our approach as it relates to it. I agree with the march. I agree with the unity. I agree with the coming together. And just like the bear, I disagree with tearing up your own neighborhood. Because we're already in a place to where the best that our city has to offer never comes to our neighborhood. Right. And so we take what we do have and we begin to destroy that. And saying that I'm going to teach the city a lesson. Well, that doesn't really teach the city a lesson. All it does is hurt the ones that's really been in support of you. And so a lot of people who had things damaged within this riot and all of this were people who were probably helping them stand for righteousness in the first place. On top of that, we've got to be able to have an appetite, but yet we've got to learn how to have a controlled appetite. And with that being the case, that means that we've got to have some kind of direction, because after the buildings have been set on fire, after the cars had been set on fire, after the shots rang out, after the people got hurt, what now? What did we completely accomplish? Did we really send a serious message? Or did we give the people who are already against us ammunition to say that this is why they have the stance that they have for us?
Now, I watched the whole event last night, and I got very disappointed. And it didn't really hit me until this morning when I went to McDonald's, and it was this Caucasian woman who ordered food around the same time, and she's walking ahead of me, and she looks back at me and walks a little bit faster. She gets out the door. My car is next to her car. So she looks back again. Now she's walking, like speed walking, rushing, gets to her car and burns off. And it had to be like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's dawned on me, I'm like, why was she? And I said, you know what? Because she probably saw what happened last night. And I was like, wow. Something happened last night in another state affected someone in Mesquite, Texas. Just the fact that because I'm a black man. And she basically ran and drove off just to get away from me, just because of what happened yesterday. So I was highly disappointed.
You know, as much as we try to hide it, run from it, cover it up, there is still a level of racism in this country. And we say that we're free, but are we really free? And I think a lot of it, if we would learn to band together, and I'm not just talking about our people, as in our black culture, but if we across the board would learn to line up with one another and to be able to sit down with one another, to be able to break bread with one another and be able to do things together, I think we could eliminate a whole lot of issues that we run across. And we cannot, and I know I'm probably going to take a lot of heat for this, but we cannot take out our anger against police officers if we're not willing to take out anger against the same people in the streets that do the same thing to our people every single day.
Man,
we cannot take our anger out on one particular group and leave another group alone. Because we feel like this other group, if I retaliate against them or if I say something against them, then they have more power to come get me. You know, the police officers is guarded by the law and they just can't come after me any kind of way. But if I go after the guy that's on the street corner, then he get his goons or his guerrillas, his folks, and they come break in my house and kill me. Here's the issue. If all of us would join together, we could eliminate some of the silent cries that comes from mothers at night. We could eliminate some of the heart and the pain of trying to secure the house that men have when they see these things go on. We could secure our communities and our children who go to school and they have to walk past the prostitution and the drug dealers in order to get to their school. But then you want to say that schools that are in impoverished neighborhoods, their test scores are low and they don't fare well with other school districts. Well, you got to understand what's going on in the area in which you're degrading. And so with all of that being the case, again, if we would come together in unity and in love with one for another, we could make a good country a great country. We could make a decent nation a great nation. And we have to get back to the roots of this nation, which is God.
and that right there is an excellent point to lay that hat, hang your hat right there. We get away from that, and far too much of actually recognizing that God and the formation and founding of this country, even during some of the horrific things that they were going through or were doing as a people, as a nation, that we were doing then, God was in the beginning and began to maneuver us to a better place. And I think we have run from him. And it's the reason why we see a lot of the ridiculous stuff that we see today. But even beyond that, if you don't believe, if you're not a believer, everyone has a sense of decency. Everyone is born with a moral sense of right and wrong. Mm-hmm. We all know right and wrong, and we all know how to accomplish getting right things done. And it's until we can get to a place or where we truly understand, or where those who are willing to do what is necessary to make sure that right is done. Because I'm sorry, even with us saying what we're saying right now about the folks that are out there looting and doing, making this whole movement, taking it back a couple of steps. There are still people right now who are not understanding that you being right and having a right type of mindset and sitting on the sidelines still does us no good as well. We had an election not too long ago, and I think it was one of the lowest turnouts that we've had in this country. Why is that? Why is that? You want to see change? Go about the right type of channels to be able to do so. The law, listen, you can beat their corruption can go in the law, but we can beat them with the law too. But you got to have the right people in the right places in order to make sure that type of stuff happens. Why do you think that people can get away with stuff like that? Because they have the right people, or well, I guess I shouldn't say the right people, the wrong people, in the right positions. Mm-hmm. To be able to assist with those type of things. So, in order for us to beat this thing, it's going to be on all levels. And the point of it all is that we can't slip. Slipping has gotten us to where we are right now. Sitting back and being lackadaisical has allowed us to be in the position that we are right now. And to quote my brother, and forgive me if you hear it, for the language, but, you know, he would say it like this: if you get pissed off before the fact, you don't have to get pissed off after the fact. If we get mad before stuff like this stuff happen and actually get out there and do the work that we need to do, it won't be no point for us to be mad after the fact. Cause we'd have been and done the work that we needed to do beforehand to make sure that these type of things, if they do happen, justice can go forth.
I will also, if I can, excuse me, would just, I've been, you know, since it happened, since the situation happened, I have, you know, seen what has happened and stuff like that. I personally, I knew about, you know, the jury on yesterday, and I didn't watch TV. I try not to watch TV as much, but, of course I did see, you know, what the verdict was, and then you look at all of the backlash, and then you look at, you know, the videos, and you hear the radios and stuff like that. And it is disappointing, not only from the verdict, but it is disappointing how we react to that. I think that, you know, like you said, we shouldn't react in a violent way, because it doesn't get anything done. Right. I think if anything, we need to educate ourselves. Like you said, Pastor Jackson, it does need to go back to God. You know, we have to go to him, because of course he's going to be the one that's going to help us, you know, bring justice and get everything together. And I also think that we need leaders. Just a group of people coming together and no leadership. Where are we going? Where's the vision? What are we doing? So we all coming together and we doing stuff, but where's the leadership? Who's going to tell us what's going to happen next? What's the next move? What we're going to do here? What we're going to do there? So, you know, I don't. It's hard for me to talk because I get passionate about it. I can get passionate about it, and it's hard for you know, because I am black. And so I'm very passionate about, you know, who we are and, you know, the injustice that we see every single day. But I do think it has to be a level of integrity, because our actions, those negative reactions, it does validate, you know, it validates their perception, or the, you know, America's perception, or the whole world's perception of who we are. And that is entirely not who we are. But I think the reason why we act in such ways is because we're not educated. We don't know what to do. We don't know where to go. And that's all the way down to myself. You know, all we do is just sit back and just be like, man, I don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna go tear up stuff, you know, and that's really not the right way to do it. So I think that, you know, more leadership, you know, those who are educated, and I believe, not to say that there is not, because I'm sure there are some leaders, but it's definitely time for leaders to start stepping up and create a vision for the people, because all of us just coming together doing all of these different things, but there's no leadership telling us what we're going to do or where we're going. It completely demolishes everything that we're trying to accomplish.
Amen. That's what's up for sure. Yeah. Listen, we done got deep.
Sorry.
On the S.I.C radio show. We did. Yeah. We did.
We'll need it.
Definitely. It definitely is needed. If you're out there, don't just sit back on the sidelines. Get up. Go out. Do something. Righteous. Find a way. There's ways that we can go about making a change that is needed in the world. Stuff is happening too much for us to be quiet and for us to sit down and not do what is readily available for us to do in order for us to get this change going. Right now, we're about to take a break. We're going to let you hear this awesome track, this wonderful music by this awesome dude that's in the building, Tyrell the Epic. You're listening to the S.I.C radio show here on TMIradio.com. Local, national, global. We'll be back.
You know it's a difference between people who wish it and people who live it. People who sitting and people who get it. Knowledge. And I don't plan on waiting. I done came too far for all that. No sleep. My dream ahead of me, so I'ma gon' get it. You choose to wish and hope, I guess that makes the difference between me and you. I don't plan on missing, don't plan on seeing my life die, cause I'ma live it. Why would I fear? I know the promise. I'm staying in the race, you know I'm running. If you ask if I get tired, let me be honest. Slow down, let me catch my breath, but still I'm coming, sit back. No, I won't sit back and pass. Get that? Yes, I'ma get that. My grasp, all that, all I ever wanted was my chance. Got that, what I do for Christ will last. The lane is clear, I'ma take. Can't help this who I am, it's in my DNA. God's will, God's way. Go get her, I won't wait. I won't wait, I won't wait. Cause I'm a dream catcher, so I won't wait. What's the point of having faith if you won't play it safe? Make it happen, I won't wait. Been waiting on this moment, well it's my chance to show myself that I'm the man. Went through tribulations, but still I stand. If I ain't know it then, well now I can. I have to do it, cause I was chosen. God put me back together when I was broken. Put me in my right mind when now I'm focused. Don't look like what I've been through, but you would notice. You didn't know how I was down on the floor, living my life in the cold, but I never told. Out of control, feeling in my soul, told me to slow down if I can hold, never to fold. Living my life and living it bold. I listened to God, he told me to go, so I'ma go. The lane is clear, I'ma take. Can't help this who I am, it's in my DNA. God's will, God's way. Go get her, I won't wait. I won't wait, I won't wait. Cause I'm a dream catcher, so I won't wait. What's the point of having faith if you won't play it safe? Make it happen, I won't wait. We've been through a lot, but no, we won't stop. We looking to go ahead, straight to the top. You looking at us, we been on the scene. It's faith over fear, yeah, this is the team. We seeing visions and dreams, that's what this is about. You can't make it in life if you're gonna doubt. God's giving you purpose when you don't think that you're worth it. You better take what you have, embrace it and work it. You can't be worried and nervous, cause this is your chance. You saying you waiting on God, but it's in your hands. Your plans, he did it. Your purpose, he did it. What I'm really trying to say, your life has been finished, get with it. The lane is clear, I'ma take. Can't help this who I am, it's in my DNA. God's will, God's way. Go get her, I won't wait. I won't wait, I won't wait. Cause I'm a dream catcher, so I won't wait. What's the point of having faith if you won't play it safe? Make it happen, I won't wait. Let's get it. Ha. You already know what time it is. Faith over prayer music. Let go. It's time to take this thing to another level. It's been a long time coming, but we finally made it. I don't plan on stopping, at least not for now. Ha. And it feels real good too.
What up, world? Welcome back to the Sick Radio Show, where the words that we spit
Making the devil sick, 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 sick.
I am the bear.
This is MJZ.
And this is that wonderful guy, PCJ. Get off my mic.
Golly.
Lady G.
She all right.
All to the ready. And we have also in the building none other than Tyro the Epic. We've been having a blast here on this show. Jumping into this topic is Flirting Ok. But you already know what time it is, folks. You know how we do. We're about to go to that wonderful place. That awesome place. That amazing place. Magnificent place called PCJ's Corner.
Okay, question 1. How would you feel? Oh, no, sorry. Question 1. Why don't we understand the disrespect of flirting?
Because I think that there is or becomes a personal need upon the person who's doing it. And sometimes it becomes oblivious to the person who is engaging in it because of whatever the emotional need that the person has. And so they feel like it is okay or free to be able to get that need met by any means necessary. And so in doing so, you allow yourself to kind of relax with someone of the opposite sex so that you can gather and gain that type of attention. But again, with that being the case, we go back to what I stated earlier, this civil war thing going on between the flesh and the spirit. And the only way to get the spirit in check is to send yourself on a intensive fast because fasting puts the flesh back into check and say, listen, the spirit is Lord.
That was what's up in the baritone. What are we talking about? Well, listen, we have another question. What can we do to stop the behavior?
Now that's going to be a deeper question because I think in order for you to stop the behavior, everything is a cause and effect. And you've got to be able to understand the cause of it in order for you to fight the effects of it. So the question is, what's causing the flirtatious behavior? And once you pinpoint what's causing the flirtatious behavior, then you can kind of settle what's going on so that you can be able to fix the problem. Listen, you cannot get mad at a tree if it continues to bear apples. You can cut the limbs all you want to, but the moment the limbs grow back, they're going to grow more apples. And so the question is, if you're growing apples, then you've got to treat the problem from the root of the tree. And the only way to stop a tree from producing what it is to chop it off from the roots. So if you kill whatever that is that has taken root within a person that causes them to feel like that's what they need to do, then that means you eliminate the access to that feeling or whatever has been planted within them in order to push them in that mind frame. And also understanding this, we are in a spiritual war, which means that everything that we deal with is spiritual, and we've got to stop looking at things from a physical eye and begin to address it within the spirit. And with that being the case, we also know that we wrestle with familiar spirits. Familiar spirits are something that has been scouting your genealogy since the beginning of time. It understands your history. It understands your pedigree, which means that you may not even be in a place to where you understand where it's coming from. And that's simply because it's been coming from from generation to generation. And it's something that you're fighting with that you don't even necessarily know why. But if you trace your family history, I promise you somewhere down the line, you can find a skunk on the line.
A skunk on the line.
A skunk.
Skunk. You said skunk.
On the line.
All right then. What drives people to flirt in the first place?
Again, I think we go back to asking the question of what's the cause of it. And so if we're asking the question, what causes people to do so, then I think you got to answer the question of what is the cause. And so something is pushing it, something is driving it. And if you're in relationship, if you're married, then that means that there could be a problem within the relationship that causes you to feel like it's okay to look elsewhere.
Wow. We had powerful word all night long from PCJ at PCJ's Corner.
Yeah. Really?
Right, right.
We did not allow this awesome individual, Tyro the Epic, to tell us about that track we played.
We did not. Tyro the Epic. That was like madness.
Madness.
That was on that track that brought us out of the break. Dude, what was that track?
That track was just being inspired actually from fear. Just really understanding what my purpose is and understanding that if you want to do something for God, you have to do it now. And in that time, you know, God was just like, why are you waiting? Why are you afraid? What is it that's holding you back? I'm giving you the land to possess it. So why are you just sitting there? And so I was just like, you know what? I'm just no longer going to wait, you know, in spite of what I've been through. Even in the song, it not only just gives like that motivation, but I'm also like telling my story at the same time, you know. So it's just basically saying, you know, I will no longer wait to go get what God has already predestined for me. So that was it.
So basically,
I won't wait.
you had a rap session with Jesus.
I did.
Had a rap session with Jesus right there.
I actually try to make sure. That whole the whole album and you know the songs. All last year I was unemployed. All last year, from actually November 2012 all the way up until November 2013. I was just unemployed. I wasn't working, and each and every song it was me and the Lord. So I had all that time to write music, and so each and every song, these were all things that God was showing about me, and so I just started writing it down, you know. So I do my best to make sure that I'm always speaking, or whenever I'm doing music, I'm always recognizing that I'm the one that's being confronted first, you know, and then I write, you know, and hopefully it whoever is for when they hear it, that's who it's for, you know. So whatever God is dealing with me with, I share it. Whoever listens and receives from it, it was also for them too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you know, I want you to know, man, you stay in heavy rotation in the truck. I have to
All to the ready.
keep it on blast, man. Your CD out now?
yes, it was officially released on iTunes on November the 4th. So I think that was
Official.
two Tuesdays ago, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, it's official, like a referee with a whistle.
Where can we go get that?
Yes, on your phone. If you have an iPhone, you can go to iTunes. Go into your iTunes and search Tyro the Epic, and it is titled The Call. It is a total of 18 songs. If you have an Android phone, you go into your Play Store, and then you hit the music part of your Play Store, type in Tyro the Epic, and you will also see The Call.
What?
And it is available for you to download.
Now, Tyro Epic went old school, because you remember back in the day when someone had a CD that had 18, 20 songs?
Right.
Bringing it back. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they had like 10 songs.
Everybody
12
else
songs.
doing split DVDs and CDs now. It's like you get 9 on this one, you get 9 on that one.
Real talk. Yo, real quick, Tyro, the Epic. What you got going on, man? What you got coming up next?
Well, I know for sure that I have with MJZ the youth event on December the 13th.
Already.
Also, I will be at the Christian Lounge on December the 14th, which is the very next day. And on the 29th, which is this weekend, I will also be at an album release party. His name is Chosen. And so I will be at his album release party, just sharing my gift in his celebration for his album. So that'll be this Saturday.
Sweet.
Give me the address because I'm gonna be there too.
You weren't invited.
Wow. PCJ, what you got going on?
Nothing.
What? Vacay again? You gotta say, wait, vacay. Can't say it loud.
No,
It's like a no-hitter.
No.
It's like a no-hitter.
Like a no-hitter.
Are you preaching Sunday?
He talking to you.
I thought he was talking to Lady G.
No, I'm talking to you.
Lady G don't preach.
She's gonna preach her first sermon.
Yeah, no.
What? Yeah. Hey.
And don't speak that. over
Right.
me.
Look here, social media that blew up. What? They in there.
I do get a chance to preach at this awesome place called Oak Hill Baptist Church, 4440 Malcolm X Boulevard here in South Dallas.
Sunny
or
South.
in the Dallas area. And so those of you who are close by, come and hang out with us. Starting the first Sunday in December, we'll be kicking off at 9:20 because we're going to do corporate prayer first, and then we will kick off with our worship service. So we are looking forward to having you guys. Again, this Sunday we kick off at 9:30. Come share with us, and I promise you there's a blessing in the midst of worship.
All right, then.
Lady G,
Yeah.
what you got going on?
She ain't got nothing going on.
Lady G, you on vacay too?
I didn't know I could change my voice like that. Like, what? Wow. I know. Mark Quinn Middleton and the Miracle Chorale. We will be traveling to San Antonio. We are
S.A.?
doing a video and live recording there at the Tobin Center for Performing Arts.
What?
So I have a busy weekend.
Big timer.
I'm trying to figure out how
They breaking out the lid.
she has her cell phone on the table,
Right.
and
Because she G5.
she's holding the charger in the other hand. I'm
Don't
just
hate
trying.
on my technique.
I mean, most people just let the charger go and hit the flow. You know, we pick it up
I
in
don't
a
want to
second.
stretch for it anymore. It's not going anywhere.
Listen, we got it right. MJZ, what you got going on, man?
Ministry. But for real, yeah, ministry always, every day. But December 13th, like my boy, Tyrone Epic, FJBJ Youth Rally, which stands for Jesus, by Jesus,
He
starts
said-
at 6.
He said this weekend.
I said ministry. Did I not say ministry?
So, but you went into the next month. You
He did too. He did.
Wow.
Thank
but
you.
he's a guest.
I'm a guest
So
too.
you get to say yours on a weekly basis.
Anyway, December
See what I
13th,
deal with?
all
See what I
youth,
I'm just saying.
Ain't but
Come
one
out.
same person on the show.
concert style, come hang out with the Sick Radio Show, Oak Hill Church, MJZ, PCJ, Lady G, and the Bear, and Tyrone Epic, and many others. Hang out with us. 6 o'clock, December 13th.
Already.
All to the ready. And the bear is on vacay. So whoa, bro.
Just started getting distant.
You know what I'm saying? Bear's on vacay, bro. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's about to go down. We had a great time with you. But guess what? We're going to do it all over again next week when we deal with the topic of...
When in a relationship, is going to dinner or lunch okay?
That's right. A
I'm
mouthful.
sorry, with the opposite sex. I didn't say that part. I'm sorry.
So we're going to get you to repeat it. Go ahead one more time.
When in a relationship, is it okay to go to lunch or dinner with someone of the opposite sex?
That's right. Deep stuff. And we did it with it. Already. Wait a minute. Listen, I told y'all last week, you gotta wait till next week to hit me up about the show. You cannot hit me up already about the show. Tune in next week.
6 to 7:30.
6 to 7:30. Tune in. While out. Be blessed.